If you're over 40, this is what will really happen to your body when you take 5 grams of creatine daily. You probably already know that creatine helps with physical performance and muscle growth. What many don't know is that its benefits go far beyond simple strength and mass gains. When we consume the standard recommended dose of 5g, our body experiences a series of reactions, both positive and some that deserve attention, especially for those over 40. Today you will see the 10 main reactions your body presents when supplementing creatine regularly. We are not trying to sell anything, and we are not affiliated with any specific brand. Only the real effects are presented based on science. Creatine does not cause hair loss. There is no conclusive scientific evidence establishing a direct link between creatine consumption and hair loss. This myth gained strength due to a single preliminary study that observed a small increase in DHT levels, a hormone related to male baldness, after creatine supplementation. However, the study had a limited sample and never effectively demonstrated hair loss in participants. More recent reviews of scientific literature, including comprehensive meta-analysis, have found no causal relationship between creatine and alopecia. This concern is not supported by current science. Now let's move on to its true effects. Effect number 1. Improvement in mental health and cognitive function. Creatine has an impressive ability to enhance brain function. It does not act only on muscles, but also on the brain, where it provides quick energy to neural cells through the phosphocreatine system. Research shows that regular supplementation significantly improves working memory and fluid intelligence, especially in people over 40. When small cognitive declines naturally begin. Another important benefit is the reduction of mental fatigue during challenging cognitive tasks. Creatine helps the brain maintain performance for longer periods without excessive mental exhaustion. Additionally, creatine has neuroprotective effects, protecting neurons against oxidative damage that accumulates with age. Scientists are actively investigating its use in conditions such as depression, bipolar disorder, and as part of strategies to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Preliminary results are encouraging. Effect number 2. Posible gastrointestinal discomfort. Although creatine is extremely safe for the vast majority of people, some individuals may experience gastrointestinal discomfort, especially during the first weeks of use. The most common symptoms include abdominal bloating, gas, mild cramps, and in rare cases diarrhea. This happens because creatine attracts water to the intestine through osmotic pressure. After 40, the digestive system naturally becomes more sensitive. These symptoms usually decrease or disappear after a few weeks of adaptation. Consuming creatine with meals containing carbohydrates improves absorption and reduces discomfort. Maintaining good hydration is essential. If symptoms persist, reducing the dose or consulting a healthcare professional is recommended. Effect number 3. Increase in bone density. Creatine positively impacts bone health, especially after 40 when bone density loss becomes a concern. It strengthens and maintains bone mineral density, particularly when combined with resistance training. Creatine improves the ability to train with heavier loads, stimulating positive bone remodeling. Studies with postmenopausal women showed greater increases in bone mineral density when creatine was added to resistance training. This reduces the risk of osteoporosis, osteopenia, and stress fractures. Maintaining strong bones becomes as important as preserving muscle mass, and creatine supports both simultaneously. Effect number 4. Improvement in muscle recovery. After 40, recovery becomes more challenging. Creatine increases phosphocreatine levels in muscle cells, providing quick energy during exercise and accelerating recovery afterward. This results in less muscle soreness and faster readiness for the next workout. Creatine also increases intramuscular water retention, creating an anabolic environment that favors protein synthesis and tissue repair. This helps offset age-related muscle loss and allows more consistent training with fewer interruptions. Effect number 5. Effects on kidneys. Creatine is considered safe for kidney health in healthy individuals when used at recommended doses. Long-term studies show no evidence of kidney damage in people without pre-existing kidney conditions. Creatine supplementation may temporarily elevate blood creatinine levels, but this does not indicate kidney damage. For individuals over 40, especially those with a family history of kidney issues or hypertension, informing a doctor during routine checkups is advisable. Adequate hydration is recommended. approximately 3 liters of water per day. People with existing kidney disease should consult a medical professional before supplementation. Effect number 6. Potential to reduce blood glucose. Creatine improves glucose metabolism by increasing glucose transporter expression in muscle cells. This improves insulin sensitivity and glucose uptake. Studies show insulin sensitivity improvements of up to 23%. This reduces stress on the pancreas and lowers the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Research has shown improved glycemic control in people with type 2 diabetes who combined creatine with exercise. Creatine does not replace medication, but can support metabolic health. Effect number 7. Improvement in cardiovascular health. Creatine supports heart energy metabolism by acting as a quick energy reserve for cardiac muscle. It protects against ischemic damage and improves recovery after cardiovascular events. Creatine also reduces homocysteine levels, an independent risk factor for cardiovascular disease, by approximately 10%. It may also support blood pressure regulation by improving endothelial function. These effects contribute to overall cardiovascular health, especially after 40. Effect number 8. Prevention of muscle aging. Creatine combats sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that begins around 40. Without intervention, muscle mass decreases by 1 to 2% per year. Studies show adults over 60 gain significantly more lean mass when combining resistance training with creatine. Improves cellular energy production, supports anabolic signaling, and helps preserve muscle mass. This improves balance, functional capacity, metabolism, and reduces fall risk. Effect number 9. Resistance to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress contributes to cellular aging and increases after 40. Creatine reduces markers of oxidative damage after intense exercise while preserving positive training adaptations. Unlike some antioxidants, it does not interfere with muscle growth signaling. This protective effect also supports brain health, which becomes increasingly vulnerable to oxidative damage with age. Effect number 10. Benefits for vegetarian and vegan diets. Vegetarians and vegans typically have lower muscle creatine levels due to the absence of animal-based foods. Supplementation leads to greater gains in strength, power, and lean mass. Studies also show improvements in memory and cognitive performance after short-term supplementation. For those over 40 following plant-based diets, creatine helps compensate for lower baseline levels and supports muscle preservation, energy, and recovery. There are common mistakes people make when taking creatine that reduce its effectiveness. Avoiding these mistakes ensures you get the full benefit of this supplement.